You know, the idea behind Business at its Best is to give you useful information to put into practice in your company. There's no better way than to learn from those who are out there in the field experiencing these things day in and day out. Today on Business Solutions, Dan Long with the Sandbox Group and Jeff Tunison with KeyBank Idaho join us. Dan, so good to have you with us. Jeff, good to see you. Recently joined KeyBank, and you're out working with businesses day in and day out. And so not necessarily the challenges that you're facing, but we wanted to pick your brain about what you're seeing out there in the field, some of the big challenges that are facing small businesses, so that we can identify the solutions.
Sure. Dale, I appreciate the question. Businesses today are facing a multitude of different complexity issues that they're facing in their businesses, but it really comes down to two things. It comes down to one, how can they find good customers, profitable customers, and two, how can they control and maintain their cost infrastructure that they already have.
So let's start off with this customer ID, and I know it's one of those issues that keeps coming up. A lot of it has to do with education, but where do you start looking for the
and you
right
know what?
customer?
How many guests have we had on this show? And we say, what is the biggest challenge you're facing? They always say education. We have this wide, vast product, right? No one knows about it. So there's so much noise going on in the marketplace right now, right? And you've got to have a convincing. You almost have to pierce through the noise, right? So you have to be able to come up with a statement or two and just say, hey, this is what we do. Boom, right? Get it out there in a palatable message, right? And then two, the other, right now, if you're running a business and if you aren't looking at every cost in your business, right? This is the time to sharpen the axe. This is the time, no one's going to be cutting down any large forests right now, right? Making a bunch of money. This is a great time to be sharpening an axe, selecting the trees you're going to chop down, if you would, right? The customers. This is a great time to improve your business. When I ran a business, I actually kind of look forward to slower times because it gave me a chance to kind of stop all the mess and just say, okay, let's get better at this. Let's get better at that.
That's what I hear you saying is we need to focus in on that one thing that truly sets us apart, and then identify a 15-second message that we can take to the marketplace and
you know what?
Hammer it home.
You know, there's less phone calls coming in for services. There's less activity out there. So you want to make sure that your hat's in the ring when that phone, and you get it by getting that message out there. That get through the clutter. Tell us what you do quickly, and then work on your business to become the very best. Don't just say it, but work on your business to become the very best.
And I'm guessing you see some businesses out there who are doing this.
Yes.
And then out of that, a level of success?
I would say the ones that are having the most level of success is exactly what Dan's talking about. Those are the ones that are realizing they're not going to make a killing this year as far as going out and finding a lot of additional revenue, Dale. They've realized that they've got to get a lot smarter internally and be a lot more efficient in what they're doing on a day-to-day basis in their business. Those are the ones that are being successful.
Okay. Good information.
Yep.
Tough choices. Tough calls to make, but in the end, we all know what we have to do.
Absolutely.
All right. Jeff Tunison, KeyBank, Dan Long with the Sandbox Group. Thank you both so much for being with us today. Great information for businesses in Idaho. And when we return, a look ahead to the coming week on the news front and our 3 takeaway challenges for you from this show when Business at its Best returns.